House Republicans offer up a new transportation bill. 2 major U.S. manufacturers unveil new product alliances. Just how many deficient bridges are there in America? You won't believe the answer. And the latest in porous hot mix asphalt. All this and more on Construction News Tracker, presented by Caterpillar and produced by 4constructionpros.com. $285 billion over 6 years. That's the latest pitch from House Republicans of their version of a transportation spending bill offered by Committee Chairman John Mica of Florida. Faced with declining gas tax revenue, the GOP has nonetheless agreed to keep highway spending at current levels. John Deere and Honda Power Equipment will join forces. That announcement relates to participating U.S. Deere dealerships who will sell Honda generators, tillers, water pumps, snow blowers, and walk-behind mowers next year while Deere exits that business. Meanwhile, Kohler, along with its Italian-based subsidiary Lombardini, will make new Tier 4 final emission-compliant diesel engines for all markets. The 2.5 and 1.9-liter diesel engines will offer compliant emissions and improved fuel economy without the use of a particulate filter, and they can be spec'd for industrial construction or agricultural markets in time for the 2013 Tier 4 deadline. AGC reports the construction jobs market improved in September, but contractors are likely to see any improvements undermined by the new federal tax rule to withhold 3% for taxes next year. AGC says 26 states saw better employment numbers, but when governments withhold 3% of payments to contractors until they settle their annual tax bills, most AGC members say they will cut back unemployment. A new report from Transportation for America claims there are over 18,000 deficient road bridges in the U.S., and that's more than the number of McDonald's restaurants nationwide. The fix we're in, the state of our nation's busiest bridges, ranks 102 metro areas in order of those with the most structurally deficient bridges. Pittsburgh leads large metro areas with 30.4% of its bridges rated deficient. Oklahoma City leads mid-sized cities with 20% of its bridges deficient, and Tulsa leads small metro areas with 28% of its bridges deficient. Now, if we can just get the funding for repair, we know the workers are standing by. It's called Innovative by the folks in Chattanooga, Tennessee. New technology for achieving porous pavement using warm mix asphalt. Aztec Industries, along with Tele Construction, cleared a 3-acre site to demonstrate using warm mix technique instead of fiber additives in the wearing course of a porous pavement. Following subgrade preparation, a geotech nonwoven filter fabric was put in place, followed by a 14-inch layer of number 3 stone, then a 4-inch lift of 57 choke stone, then 2 4-inch asphalt base lifts containing 10% wrap were capped with 1.5 inches of open graded friction course, as Tally Construction Vice President Robert Taylor explains.
This material that we're placing here is a T.AS type mixture that we run quite often on new construction. It's open porous, allowing for drainage layer. The only difference in this project versus a roadway project, this is designed to let the water go all the way through, and instead of having a GAB or graded aggregate base that's non-permeable base, this will actually let the water go through 57s, the 3s to the membrane layer, and then it'll kind of ease out from that point.
It's a lukewarm application offering hot cost savings, as Scott Thompson, Tally Construction Executive Vice President, explains.
It came out of the plant at about 250, 245 to 250, and this is the most important part of this lot as far as using the warm mix technology, because this allows us to deal with cooler temperatures. We're not burning off the asphalt, and then when we get to the surface mix, by running at these temperatures with the polymer, we'll not be required to use the fibers, and without the warm mix technology, this wouldn't be possible, which reduces the cost of the material.
Aztec and Tally officials point out the fact that retention basins or other stormwater management is not needed because of the water holding capacity of their porous pavement.
As you can see, it's not going very far, and it's coming on back down through. And it won't even get to the side, will it?
Porous pavement, just another example of American construction ingenuity at work. We wrap up this edition by saying that it never fails. The flight you are landing on is late, but the flight you wish to connect with is on time departing. This is Construction News Tracker, watching out for the industry that makes the world a better place. We're brought to you by Caterpillar and produced by forconstructionpros.com. You can find us anytime at facebook.com/forconstructionpros.com. Share us with your friends or leave your comments on Twitter using hashtag Construction News, as the streaming web from sea to shining sea never ends.